Hello and welcome back to the 2020 Tech Fest and Back to School Bash here at Max Hayes High School. Families are coming in by the hundreds. It is a great time. They are getting great information. They're also winning prizes. There'll be some free food. And since it is 11 o'clock, you know who's here? The Browns mascot. Chomps is here saying hi to families. The Cavs dance team will be here shortly, and then the Glenville cheerleaders as well as the John Hay cheerleaders will be doing some cheers. So come on down, bring the whole family for a great time. There's also free food. Just want to make one programming note that if you can't park in the front parking lot, you can park down the street, and there are shuttle buses. So don't let that discourage you from coming down, because we want as many families as possible to come down here to learn more information about technology and what you need to know when it comes to back to school. So when it comes to technology, I have Marlon Yarbrough. He's with the IT department here at CMSD, and he is everything technology. So we're going to talk to you about some of the things that families should know when it comes to their devices, and also some of the new programs that are being offered this year. So welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So when it comes to, let's talk about cybersecurity, because I know a lot of families maybe don't take it as seriously, or they think the computer can take care of itself, which is not necessarily the case. But what are some of the things you want families and students to know when it comes to protecting their device, and especially their personal information?
Protecting the device, one of the things is making sure the device is always at hand. Don't leave the device open. When you're walking away from the device, you know you probably will walk away from it time being. Close the lid. And don't give your password out to other people. So those are some of the things that are basic stuff that you can take care of.
When it comes to clicking on suspicious links.
Yeah, suspicious links, you want to stay away from it. It's like if you have a question about it, don't click it. So that's one of the things I always keep in the back of my mind. If I have to question it, don't click it.
But they're offering me $100. I mean, you know, I should click on it. You know, they kind of lure you in with some type of prize or some type of money. So what would you say to families about that?
I would say, again, don't click it.
Too good to be true.
Yeah, all of it is not always what it seems to be. So if you're not reaching out to that person and you identify that person as giving a money reward back to you, or you're expecting it, I would say don't click it.
And so also when it comes to those websites, don't give your personal information like your name, your birthday, social security, address. Talk about how important that is. Keep that stuff close to your vest as possible.
Yeah, it's your identity. Don't give your social security away. Don't give passwords. Be careful of saying I need a password reset if you're not password resetting it yourself, because there's some identification that needs to take place in there. So if you're not giving it away voluntarily, as far as because you need something out of it, just don't click on it or provide the information freely.
And so when it comes to the CMSD devices, they are protected. The IT department works tirelessly to make sure that students can't go on certain websites, correct?
That is correct. So we have Lightspeed content filtering. It's our content filtering for students as well as employees in the district. It prevents students from accessing sites that is not approved. If they need it approved for educational purposes, we have that ability to allow sites through. But it's monitored through our cybersecurity team.
Wonderful. And so just when it comes to, you know, children, you know, they grew up with computers. They were born with computers where maybe their parents weren't.
Right.
Can you talk to some of the parents about letting their students get on Facebook or TikTok or any of those, or Snapchat? Like, what should they be looking out for when it comes to allowing their students, or roadblocks even, to do these programs?
Passwords. It all comes back down to the user. So when you go on Facebook or anything of those, they want to be right there at the table with them while they're accessing Facebook or setting passwords up. They need to also talk to them about the responsibility of Facebook and all the social media sites, and then have a backdoor for resetting passwords in the event that your account gets locked or your account gets hacked or whatever. So,
what about talking to strangers on these apps?
Yeah, that's difficult. So again, it's for the parents just to be aware of. It's not being nosy, but it's just being aware of what your students are looking at or what your child is looking at when they're on Snapchat. Ask questions. What is that? Can you show me how you do that? I'm interested in trying to get into that myself. So as long as the kids are educating the parents are getting the insight on what the kids are doing while they're on social media.
And so just because the greatest fear is there are a lot of human traffickers out there
Correct.
who are luring young men and young women through direct messages or whatever, and that's what we want to avoid, our children being kidnapped because of an interaction they had on the computer.
Correct. Yeah, and just not accept all your friends. So it's even like going on there, taking a look at that friend and saying, oh, who does he know that I know? And if it's like he only knows one person, that might not be a guy or lady that you want to accept. So it's just, again, sitting down with the parents, and the parents kind of still having access to their devices and their accounts, and then seeing what they're looking into.
Well, thank you for that, because I know a lot of parents out there, they just give kids the phone and like, okay, have fun. But no, you still have to parent the child when it comes to the devices, because it's so scary out there.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, like I said, we get all types of stuff, advertisement, we get just random people. So you just have to be very conscious of yourself. So a lot of older parents, they might not want to deal with it. Oh, it's technology, I don't want to deal with it. Well, at some point in time, you're going to have to, just so that way you're aware of what your child is doing. It's just like sending your child over to a foreign house. So that's just what social media is, you're sending them to a foreign house. But you want to make sure that you're aware of where you're sending them.
Wonderful. Well, I thank you for that cybersecurity tips, because it's always important. But so let's talk about the fun things that are happening in CMSD when it comes to technology.
Okay.
This year, we're rolling out Power School.
Right.
So that's really good, and it's so easy. I have it with my school district, but it's so easy for parents to do that one-stop shopping when it comes to information about their kids, but also checking grades and communicating with their teachers. Can you just talk about how this is going to make checking up on their kids that much easier?
Yeah. What we have a strategy for is simplification. So IT simplification is one of the main areas that we want to simplify. So instead of a parent going to this and that and that and this, we're just going to bring it into one shop where you have one question, you can find all your student information, you get all your student access, what school they're going to, grades and things like that. And it all feeds into one system. So it makes it easier on our job too, as far as troubleshooting, knowing where to go and things like that. So
it's great. And now Wi-Fi on the buses.
Wi-Fi on the buses. So we have a couple things going on infrastructure-wise. Wi-Fi on the buses. We also have a network modernization project that's going in place right now. We're just wrapping up the Wi-Fi upgrade. So each of the schools have been upgraded to Wi-Fi. So we get max coverage throughout the entire schools to support the one-to-one device initiatives with the students.
Nice.
So there's a lot of things that the Department of IT is busy doing to ensure that the education continues on and there's no break in it as well. So.
And also now parents can track their students while they're on the bus?
That's correct. So for the bus tracker, we've always had it, but we're actually enhancing it. And it also ties back into that same Power School, student identification as well. So all the systems are basically coming back to one central unit to where they get the same information, and it's not delayed information or random information or misinformation of the students.
And so I know a lot of kids hopefully are bringing their devices down if they need repair.
Correct.
Or if they want
or
swap out. So but what if they weren't able to take advantage of that today? What should they do?
Oh, bring it to the school on the first day if they're having issues with the device. We'll have technicians in the building. We have upgraded ticket system with IT Connect. It's more so getting them to be able to say, hey, I have an issue, and try to resolve that issue within a reasonable time. So we're trying to be more expedient on the things that we're doing to take care of our customers.
And you guys are doing a great job, because IT, a lot of people either love it or they fear it, right?
That's right.
So you guys are doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much for all that information.
No
I really appreciate it. Marlon Yarbrough with the IT department. So if you see him, give him a high five, because he's doing great work. And remember to come on down here to Max Hayes High School up until 2 p.m. There's free food, giveaways. I hear that some people might be winning a computer. So you might want to come down so you can take advantage of it. A lot of information, a lot of fun here. So definitely stop by up until 2 p.m. We'll be right back.